We're looking at homework from section 3.1. This is question number 18. A probability experiment consists of rolling a four-sided die and spinning the spinner shown at the right. The spinner is equally likely to land on each color. Use a tree diagram to find the probability of the given event. Then tell whether the event can be considered unusual. The event is rolling a 3 and the spinner landing on green. So, they said to draw a tree diagram to help us figure this out. There are two actions occurring in this particular probability experiment. We roll a four-sided die, and then we spin the spinner. So our first action is rolling a four-sided die. There are four outcomes to that particular activity, and so we'll draw a tree diagram with four prongs on it to represent each one of those particular outcomes. So either the number 1, 2, 3, or 4 is going to appear on the four-sided die. Then we're going to spin the spinner, and there are four color options. So from the terminal point of each one of these branches we've drawn, we draw another four-pronged tree representing those four colors: red, yellow, green, and blue. So the number of different possibilities here is the number of ways that we can get from the top of the tree to the bottom. So our sample space here has 16 values in it. A number followed by a color. So the 1 could be followed by red or yellow or blue or green. The 2 could be followed by red, yellow, blue, or green, and so on. That's 16 different outcomes. And now we can figure out our probability. The probability of obtaining a 3 and then green, well, that's just one of these 16 outcomes. So the probability here is 1 out of 16, which as a decimal is 0.0625. Now, up above, it says type an integer or decimal rounded to 3 places as needed. So if we round this to 3 places, we get 0.063. The next part is, can the event be considered unusual? The way that we determine if something is unusual or not is by asking ourselves, is it less than 5%, which as a decimal is 0.05. That's going to be our boundary for unusual. So any probability less than 0.05 would be considered unusual. Anything greater than 0.05 would not be considered unusual. So the correct answer here is choice A, no, because the probability is greater than 0.05. That's your answer.